This is Kruti Jaipancholi, Assistant Professor in LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. This video is about subject Digital Image and Video Processing. So friends, in this video, we are going to discuss regarding the various coding standard for the MPEG, that is the Motion Picture Experts Group. MPEG-1, coding of eye pictures we are going to discuss. We are going to discuss regarding MPEG-1 compression, MPEG frame types. So these are the topics for the discussion. Now friends, we are going to discuss regarding the MPEG coding of eye pictures. We have also learned about the various fundamentals, histories related to the MPEG standard in the previous video. Now MPEG-1 coding of the eye pictures. So eye pictures, that is the intra-frame coded 8x8 DCT, that is the discrete cosine transform is used. Arbitrary weighting matrix for the coefficients, differential coding of the DC coefficients, uniform quantization, zigzag scan, run level encoding, entropy coding, unfortunately not required, that is in the JPEG. Now, the motion compensated prediction from an encoded eye picture or the P picture done by the DPCM. Half-pell accuracy of motion compensation, bilinear interpolation, one displacement vector per macro block, differential coding of differential vectors, coding of prediction error with 8x8 DCT uniform threshold quantization, and the zigzag scan in the eye picture. Now, motion compensated prediction, that may be from the two consecutive P or I pictures which we studied earlier. So it's either only in the forward prediction, that is the one vector per macro block, or only backward prediction that has been done, that is the one vector per macro block. Now, in the MPEG-1 coding of the B pictures, okay, again this can be done. Now, average of both the forward and the backward prediction interpolation. Okay, so what is it? It is equal to the interpolation of the two vectors per macro block, half-pell accuracy of the motion compensation, bilinear interpolation, and the coding of the prediction error with the 8x8 DCT, uniform quantization, zigzag scan as in the eye pictures. So now the MPEG-4, what is it? So advanced functionalities are added in the MPEG-4, interactivity, scalability, error resilience. So coding of the natural and the synthetic audio and the video as well as the graphics. It will enable us the multiplexing of the audiovisual object and the composition in a scene, and highly interactive multimedia application as well as for the traditional applications it can be used. Now here you can see the diagram, okay, that is for the MPEG-4, that how the audio visual presentation, okay, that can be captured in the 2D background, okay, and how the 3D objects that can be shown, the audio compositor that can be used, and the surrounding audios that can be also added, okay, with this. So this way the MPEG-4 that works and with the audio visual objects we can do it. So in the MPEG family, the MPEG-2, higher quality DVD, digital TV, HD TV, MPEG-4 or H.264, more modern codec aimed at the lower bitrate and works well for the HD TV too, and it's similar to the H.263 in quality. in the MPEG-1. So MPEG-1, MPEG-2, MPEG-4. Now, the finalized in the 1991 the MPEG-1 compression, which optimized for the video resolutions 352 multiplied by 240 pixels at 30 fps in the NTSC system, and in the PAL or the CCOM system it is 352 per 288 pixels at 25 fps. Optimized for the bit rates around the 1 to 1.5 megabits per second. Syntax allows up to 4095 to 4095 at 60 fps, but not commonly used. Progressive scan only, not interlaced, that is used for the MPEG compression. So this is about the MPEG compression 1. Now the MPEG frame type. H.261 can mix intra and intercoded MBs, okay, in the one frame. There are the three types in the MPEG: I frame, P frame and the B frame. What is the I frame? So I frame, it's like the H.261 intra-coded frames. P frames mean the predictive, like the H.261 intercoded frames. And the B frame, that is the bidirectional and the predictive frame. Unlike the H.261, each frame must be one of the time. So this is about all the frame type. Now the first one, MPEG I frame. Now in the MPEG I frame, luminance and the prominence share the quantization tables. Quantization is adaptive, and the table can change for each particular the macro block, and it is similar to JPEG except the following points, above points which we discussed. So it is about the MPEG frame. Now unlike the 261, every N frames, full intra-coded frames is included. It permits skipping, start decoding at the first I frame following the point you skip to. So this is about the MPEG I frame. Now the next thing, that is about the another MPEG frame. So MPEG I frame permits a fast scan, just to play I frames, permits skipping, start decoding at a first I frame following the point you skip to. An I frame and the successive frames to the next I frame is known as the group of the picture. So this is about the MPEG I frame. Now next is about the similar to an entire frame of the H.261 intercoded block, that is the MPEG P frame. So half pixel accuracy in motion vectors, pixels are averaged if needed. May code from the previous I frame to the previous P frame. So this is about the MPEG frames, okay. So MPEG frames, okay. So this can be, we can say about the MPEG frame. Now the next, that is about the B frames. So bidirectional predictive frames, each macro block contains two sets of the motion vectors. Now in this, the coded from one previous frame, one future frame, or a combination of both. First is, do motion vector search separately in past reference frame and a future reference frame. Second is, it will compare the difference from the past frame and difference from the future frame, and difference of average of past and the future frame, and code the version with the list difference. So this is about the B frame. B frame disadvantage. What are the disadvantage of the B frame? So that is the computational complexity. The more motion search need to decide whether or not to average increase in memory bandwidth. Next is the B-frame disadvantage. Extra picture buffer needed. Need to store frames and encode or playback out of order. Delay. It adds several frames delay at decoder waiting for the need data frame. Adds several frames delay at the decoder holding decoded I or P frame while decoding and playing prior D frames that depends on it. So these are the disadvantage. Advantage of the B frames are increased compression. Typically use twice as many B frames as I plus P frames. MPEG-2. Now in the MPEG-2, it's a ISO IEC standard in 1955 aimed at higher quality video. It supports the interlaced format. Many features but has profiles which constrain the common subset of these features. Main profile 2 to 15 Mbps per over the broadcast channels or the storage media, that is suppose the DVD. Power quality, that is 4 to 6 MB per second. NTSC quality 3 to 5 megabits per second. MPEG-3, it does not exist. Was aimed at HDD. Ended up being folded into MPEG-2. MPEG-4, that is ISO IEC designation ISO IEC 14496 invented in the year 1999. Now MPEG-4 version 2 that was developed in the year 2000 aimed at the low bit rate 10 kilobits per second and can scale very high, that is 1 gigabit per second, based around the concepts of the composition of basic video objects into a scene. Next is the H.26x. It is the video compression standard. So, targeted for the two-way video conferencing and for the ISDN network, which supported the 40 kbps to 2 Mbps. It supported the resolutions include the CIF and QCIF. Chrominance resolutions of sampling, that is the 4 Gen 2 Gen 0. Low complexity and the low delay to support real-time communication. So, only I and B frames, no B frames. So, that is the H.261 video compression standard. 4 pixel accuracy motion estimation. 8 by 8 block based DCT encoding of residual. Fixed linear quantization across all the AC coefficients of the DCT. It uses the run-length encoding of the quantized DCT and the motion information. Loop filtering, that is a simple digital filter applied on the blockages, which applied to reference frames to reduce the blocking artifacts. It profiles ISO IEC MPEG-2 over the ITU TH.262. So this profiles that defined for the scalable video applications with scalable coding tools. To allow the multiple layer video recording include temporal, spatial and the SNR scalability and data partitioning. The MPEG-2 main profile, which supports the single layer coding and is the one that is widely adopted. It is a non-scalable single layer profile, simple profile, no B-frames for low delay applications. And the main profile which supports for the B frames can also decode for the MPEG-1 video. This scalable profiles SNR profile add enhancement layers for the density coefficient refinement. Spatial profile which adds support for the enhancement layer carrying the coded image at differential spatial resolution. And the high profile adds supports for the coding of 4Gen to Gen 2 video signal and includes the scalability tools of SNR and the spatial profiles. The baseline algorithm, which is the enhancement in the H.261, half pixel accuracy motion estimation and the compensation can be done, MV differentially coded, median MV prediction, 8x8 discrete cosine transform and uniform quantization, variable length coding of density coefficients and MVs, and 4 optional modes that can be used. Unrestricted, okay. The motion vector UMV mode that increase the motion vector range with the frame boundary extrapolation, advanced prediction mode, 4 MVs per macro block, OBMC that is the overlapped block motion compensation, PD frame mode that is the bidirectional prediction, arithmetic coding mode, about 3 to 4 PSNR improvement over the H.261 bit rates less or equal to the 64 kilobits per second. 30% saving in the bit rate is compared to the MPEG1 can be done by the H.261. Design flexibility, that's good, and its standard inherently has the capability to adapt to varying input or video content. Now, in this, the frame level, that is intra or skipped. Macro block level that are uncoded. 1 MV or 4 MVs. Quantized parameters, QP value, constant QP, almost constant quality, variable bitrate varying the QP, variable quality, try to achieve almost constant bitrate. H.261. So its compression standard defined by the ITU-T for the provision of the video telephony and video conferencing service over the ISDN 2.64 kbps. So CIF or the quarter CIF that is used. Each frame divided into macro blocks of 16 by 16 pixels. Only I and P frames used. 3 P frames between each pair of I frames. Start of each new coded video frame is indicated by the start code. So this is the H.261. Defined by the, now next is H.263. Defined by the ITU-T for the use in the video applications over the wireless and the PSTN. For example, the video telephony, video conferencing, security, surveillance, interactive games, playing. So real-time applications over modern and that is used, okay. So based on the H.261, but H.261 give the poor picture quality below 64 kbs that can be improved by the H.263. So QCIF and sub QCIF that is used, horizontal resolution that is reduced and uses the I, P and B frames. Also the neighboring pair of the P and the B frames can be encoded as a single entity. PB frame reduced encoding overheads, increasing the frame rate and other mechanisms can be also used. Unrestricted motion vectors, error resilience, error tracking, independent segment, decoding, reference picture selection that can be done by using the H.263. Okay, so this is regarding the H.263. So thank you very much. everyone. Keep watching LJIET Electronics and Communication for more updates related to digital image and video processing. Thank you very much everyone.